Hi friends, welcome to Discoveries in Mixed Media. Today we are making eggshell crackle. I must admit to you, this is the first time that I've ever done this, so I will be making some discoveries along with you guys. Right now I am preparing a piece of mixed media paper with some coffee. You saw that I brushed some on, and now I am using I forget the name of this thing. Me and my daughter, I always pronounce it wrong. Oh, okay, I always pronounce it pipette, but my daughter says it's a pipette, which actually makes a lot more sense. So I'm using my pipette, and I dripped some coffee on there just to give the page a little extra character. And now I'm putting some coffee around this brandy glass. It's small, which is really nice. And I'm looking to see if I can make rings on it. To make the rings a little more intense using the coffee, I'm dipping my foam brush and then I'm tapping the foam on the glass, and then it's dripping down the edge of the glass and making a perfect circle. So once I lift this up, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. All right, let's lift this glass and see how it turned out. Yeah, that turned out great. So I'm going to go ahead and do that a few more times. Once I get these circles done, I want to go ahead and add a little extra dimension. So I am going to go ahead and take this little glass and dip it in my ink pad and then go over the circles that I already have. I'm going to go offset just a little bit, not too much, but just a little bit. And I'm doing that just to create a little bit of interest. Now this paper is ready to go for our next thing. And so today we are going to be using a little bit of chalk, but the main attraction today is playing with these eggshells. But let's go ahead and use our chalk. I'm going to do sort of a sunset feeling in the background using the chalk. We'll put this in high speed so that you can see how I did it, but basically it's a variety of colors from lighter to darker, and then I'm rubbing it in with my finger. Our main focal point on the picture is going to be the tree of life. And then the egg, which by the way, I did remove the membrane. I don't know if I remembered telling you that earlier. And actually I wanted to let you know about that. So I washed the eggshells, of course, and then it was really easy to remove the membrane when everything was wet. So if you do this, I definitely recommend removing the membrane, but I recommend also that you do it while it's wet, because it just literally, if you can get a hold of it, it peels right out. It's so super easy. Definitely more easy wet than dry. So now I'm just smashing these into little bits. These bits and pieces are ready to go. So I put some Mod Podge down on the paper. I could have used matte medium, but I felt like Mod Podge is a little bit thicker, so it might grab the shells a little bit easier. But here's what I'm going to tell you about this. This was a really interesting process, and I really enjoyed it, and I wouldn't mind doing it again. But I would take these shells, how they are now, and then I would take a napkin or even some toilet paper, and I would put that in some matte medium, and then I would mix that in with the shells, because the paper then just breaks apart. When it gets wet, it just breaks apart. And then it would combine with the shells but wouldn't completely cover them. But I think it would help to secure them even better. So I did end up adding some tissue, and you're going to see that in a few minutes. But I just wanted to tell you ahead of time that I would probably, if I was going to do this again, I would try it out a little bit differently from the beginning. I want to get the Tree of Life down now, so I'm putting some matte medium on the paper, and then I'm going to put the Tree of Life there, and that way the shells can go over the roots a little bit. I probably should have adhered it prior to putting the shells on, but I just didn't think of it. I was kind of so into what I was doing with the shells that I was just hyper focused on that. So you can see I'm just using my little razor knife here to move some of the shells out of the way so I can tuck the tree down a little further, and then I'll brush them back up. I like the way they look, but I'm going to go ahead and add some color to them. So I have this ink, and I'm going to put 1 drop in my paint palette here. And then I'm going to add some matte medium to it because all of those shells are not sticking down. So this was really interesting. I might even, if I was going to do it again, I might even take the shells, put them in a bowl, put the matte medium in a bowl so they all get that glue on them, and then put them on the paper and spread them around. I think just putting an adhesive down and then throwing the shells on top of it, not the best way to do this. So I think I would experiment and do it a little bit different next time. But putting them in a bowl and stirring them around and having a little bit of tissue in there, I think is probably a really good way to do this. Now you're going to see in my little mixture here that I have going on in my little paint palette, I added a little rose gold to it. So there's this dark brown, I added some rose gold, and I added some matte medium to it. So it's pretty liquidy. It looks thick, but it's not terribly thick. I spent a decent amount of time smashing the shells a little bit more, moving them around on the paper, trying to get them into the adhesive. It wasn't stressful at all, but it took a little bit of time, and I was like trying to figure it out. I was trying to discover the best way to do this, and this way was not the best in my opinion, but nevertheless, it was kind of interesting and fun. Now you'll notice in my paint palette I've added some more matte medium, and I'm just going to add a light color. Did I use brown? I can't even remember what I added in there now. Maybe a drop of white and then a drop of rose gold or something like that. Oh no, I did use brown, but I just used 1 drop, so it wasn't super dark. Now I'm going around the edges with that, and then I'll go inside where the shells are, and I'm just adding some more adhesive. I'm also trying to cover up some of the green because I kind of want to make it look sandy or rocky. So that's what I'm doing here. And then I was going to go ahead and put some tissue on top just to like secure everything, and I tried it and I hated it. So what I decided to do was take small pieces of it and put it in my little mixture that I have in my paint palette, and then use some tweezers and tuck those tissue paper bits here and there wherever I could see green. So I got the eggshells on there, I got the tissue in there, and look at the black tissue. Well, it's not black. Well, it's kind of black. Anyway, the dark tissue, I put a little bit of that in there. So I think it adds a lot of interest, and the shells really add a lot of interest. It's a pretty cool piece. It's very interesting, and I do like it. So now I'm going around the edges with black ink, and I don't use black ink too often, but in this case I am, because I think it'll look really nice with the black tree. I'm going to show this to you up close. It's still drying a little bit, so just know that. But I think this came out really, really cool. So different, so interesting, and a pretty fun process. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something, and thanks for watching. See you soon.